Hello, and welcome to my beekeeping video. In this video I will show you how to capture the wild bees into my breeding box. This is my first attempt and I was able to capture them in the box including the queen. As a safety precaution, I have taken a face mask, an empty breeding box with frames, smoker, hand gloves and a thread before I start the process. Here I found the bee colony which is in my neighboring farm and they requested me to clear the bees as they are scared of them. Instead I have captured them in my breeding box. Here the bees have selected an old iron drum which is used to store and transport cooking oil. This drum has just a small opening on top which would have been difficult to take out the comb, but luckily the bottom of the drum is completely rusted and opened up. As I began the process I have turned the iron drum very slowly without troubling the bees too much. In the process few bees have started flying around and even I got stung by 2 bees. Lesson learned. I started use the smoke to get the comb out of the box without further damage to myself. I see the combs is white in color which means these are fresh comb which means this is a new colony, probably few months old. While doing this I have kept the breeding box on top of the iron drum in such a way that when the bees goes out of the iron drum they directly get into the breeding box. In this way I can easily capture most of the bees without taking them in my hands. Now I have trimmed the comb to fit into the frame and tied it into the frame. While doing it I have made sure the top side of the comb is on top in the frame as well, so that the bees will think it's the same comb as they lived before and be comfortable after the transfer. I have tied the comb in 2 places to make sure the comb is stable for few days at least. If the colony stays successfully in the breeding box, the worker bees will make sure to attach the combs to the frames with the wax. I find this colony is a healthy one as the comb is completely filled with 1-day-old eggs, larvae and pupas, which is good. Now I am placing the frame inside the breeding box, where the bees are already hiding from the smoke. Now I am taking all the combs and placing them in other frames. I will take only the combs which are having the next generation bees, which are eggs, larvae and pupas. Few combs are newly built and I see small amount of pollen in it, which is not needed to be transferred to the breeding box. I will use those extra or unwanted combs to extract bee wax in the future. This comb has little bit of honey, which I am stealing it from the bees and giving it to my neighbor. If you like the video, hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for updates. See the beautifully built comb, though this doesn't have any honey, it's full of future generation. The caped cells are pupas and other open cells are filled with eggs and larvae. This kind of healthy beehives are good to capture it in the box and multiply it. Since the bee population is good, I am hoping the queen is also young and healthy one. Like I did before, I am going to place all the future generation honeycombs in the frame and placing them in the breeding box. Hoping the bees will accept the new home and stays forever. After I place all the frames in the box, I will take the bees in my hand and keep them near the breeding box entrance. The bees are automatically going inside like obedient kids. This means the queen is already inside the breeding box and all other bees are going towards their queen. Bees will identify their queen with the unique scent. Same day evening after sunset, I see some bees are sitting outside the box. These bees may have returned home from collecting honey from the flower after we moved the colony to the new box. Now I am going to move the box to my farm. I have placed the box in my banana farm. Thanks for watching. I will come up with another update soon. Thank you guys.